Swaha Pashya. That's where it stopped. Swaha Pashya, Yajurveda 7.45. 7.45. Swaha Pashya. Very simple and straight meaning is look at yourself. Swaha Pashya. Look at yourself. So look at yourself. It's a very simple thing, that is introspect. Introspect. Atma Nirikshana. Atma Vimarsha, whatever you call it. Atma Vimarsha, Atma Nirikshana, introspection. And here I want to remind you about one thing. I have been telling that Patanjali Yoga Darshana, Patanjali Yoga Darshana, what is there? It is not an independent work of Patanjali. He has taken out all things, what is written in the form of a aphorism, a sutra in Yoga Darshana, has taken everything from Vedas that I have been telling. So this is one proof for that. The Niyama, he speaks of Shaucha, Santosha, Tapas, Swadhyaya and Ishvara Pranidhana. That Swadhyaya is nothing but study of self. So you got that from this Swahapashya. Look at yourself. Now, this is a very, very important thing. What I am, I can understand only when I get into myself. If you don't get into self, I'll be misled that I am so and so by the explanation and perception of others around. That can never be true. That can never be true. Because they can only see me externally. My actions they can see. And upon that they judge, this is you. Nowadays it becomes still more foolish. What I am, even they cannot know. A piece of paper will say what I am. What I mean to say is certificates. So there will be certificates, I show this is me. Oh, upon that certificate, oh, you are that. I don't know how that certificate is really going to help. It's a piece of paper. And those who are traditional and orthodox, they say this horoscope is one which represents you. Instead of this piece of paper as certificates and other things. Now they go for horoscope and they look at that horoscope, those figures and other things and say, you are this. They're all external things. They can never help us at all. One second. Some box has come here that I want to. Okay. So, what I am the best judge. I am the best judge. No one outside. No piece of paper in the form of certificates and testimonials. No paper with figures as horoscope and other things. They can never assess me rightly. They're all external things. When I look at myself, when I look at my inside, yes, I'll be able to know what I am. That's the only way out. So that is introspection, self-study. That is Swadhyaya. So self-study only, I should be able to know what I am. And I should do my internal journey. Internal journey. That's what exactly yoga says. That's what Vedas says. What is that internal journey? The very definition of yoga makes it very clear. That is, yoga chittavritti nirodha. Yoga chittavritti nirodha. Yoga chittavritti nirodha. What goes in me, to understand it and to control it, is what is called as yoga. To have it under control, to channelize it, to improvise it, to culture it, that is real yoga. So it's very clearly an internal journey. My chittavritti, what goes on in my mind and behind it in the soul, if I understand it, yes, that is me. The Sharira Indriya Manas is not me. Behind it, there is a soul. To understand that soul of mine, that Atma of mine, is real Swahapashya. Of course, that soul I have to understand through the instrument only. Without the instrument, I cannot understand myself. That instrument is Sharira Indriya, particularly Manas. So how my Manas works, if I understand, the operator behind it can be understood well. I myself am the operator. Operator through the machine, how he operates, he understands himself. One understands oneself. Now, how do you understand myself? That also I have told you earlier also. That is, every soul or every Atma is imprinted with lot of samskaras. Samskaras. Those samskaras are the cause of our likes and dislikes, fears and phobias, understanding, strength, everything. That's the base of all these things. That gets expressed through Sharira Indriya Manas. That's okay. So what are they? My likes, dislikes, my phobias, my fears, my understandings, my strengths. Yes, if I start studying it, yes, that is Swahapashya. And this I can study better than any other person outside, because they cannot get into me. Maybe they are able to understand and assess my words. They are able to assess and evaluate my actions. But what about my thoughts? My thoughts are so secret that nobody else can know except me and Sachidananda. Only two can understand. There is no third person. So to understand my thoughts and evaluate it, it must be done by me. So here Swahapashya, there the main thing that I am concentrating on, my thoughts, my samskaras, the impressions on the soul. That's what I'm studying. That's the basic thing. Now here, it's a sort of, what do you call it, a cliche. That is, some problem is there here. What is that problem? I have got some samskaras, according to only I work. Now I have to study my own samskaras. So the very samskara comes in the way of studying my own samskaras. That's a peculiar thing. It's a peculiar thing. Yes, that we have to overcome. That chain has to be broken. Now what I exactly mean by that is, my own prejudices and my own nature of not accepting my weaknesses and failures comes in the way of understanding my own self rightly. What is good in me, I accept and understand very fast. No problem at all. When it comes to the question of my weaknesses, my wrongs, my problems, yes, I shudder to accept it as truth. My ego comes in the way. That's the exact problem what we have got. Nobody wholeheartedly accepts that I am a bad person, I have got some weaknesses. Everybody thinks about themselves as very good. Because the ego will not allow it. Now here, the honesty has to come into play. Honesty has to come into play. If I am honest enough, yes. If I am good, I have to say good. If I am bad, I have to boldly accept that I am bad. When I say bad, I mean wrong impressions, wrong samskaras, kusamskaras. I should accept it. I should accept it. What's the benefit of accepting white as white and black as black? White as white is okay. Black as black, if I accept it as it is, without allowing my ego or without allowing my prejudices to come in the way, the result is I will understand it as it is, and there is an opportunity for me to improvise myself. And blackness, I can wash it out. If I'm honest. If I don't look it as black, then the problem is it continues because I have not seen it at all. I shudder to see it. I cover it. And finally, that blackness or that negative things will continue to be there. But if I accept it straightly, yes, the result is wonderful. I can progress. The strength and purity of the soul will increase. And prejudices and ego will not come in the way. Now, there is one Samskrita Subhashita which speaks about this introspection. You can just note down, it's interesting. Pratyaham pratyaveksheta. Pratyaham pratyaveksheta. Pratyaham pratyaveksheta. Naraha charitam atmanaha. Naraha charitam atmanaha. Naraha charitam atmanaha. Kim nu me pashubhistulyam. Kim nu me pashubhistulyam. Kim nu satpurushairiti. Kim nu satpurushairiti. Pratyaham pratyaveksheta narascharitamatmanaha. Kim nu me pashubhistulyam. Kim nu satpurushairiti. This is a Sanskrit Subhashita which tries us to help to do this Swahapashya in accordance with Veda. So what does it say? Prati aham, pratyaham, prati aveksheta, prati aham, prati aveksheta, naraha charitam atmanaha. Naraha charitam atmanaha. Narascharitam atmanaha. Naraha charitam atmanaha. Pratyaham pratyaveksheta. Pratyaham pratyaveksheta. Naraha charitam atmanaha. Kim nu me pashubhihi tulyam. Kim nu me pashubhihi tulyam. Kim nu satpurushaihi iti. Satpurushaihi iti. Atmanaha charitam. One's character, one's behavior, one's actions. Naraha, every person. Naraha charitam atmana. Atmana charitam naraha. Pratyaham, every day. Pratyaham, every day. Pratyaveksheta, should inspect, should introspect. Should inspect, should introspect, should observe under lens. What all I did, what all I thought, what all I spoke this whole day, from morning till night, from the time when I got up to the time when I went to bed, what all I did. So they just scan it. They have to scan their thoughts, they have to scan their words, they have to scan their actions. Pratyaham, pratyaveksheta, atmanaha charitam naraha, every one of us. So how we have to do it? Then it says, Pashubhihi tulyam, equal to that of an animal. whether my behavior was equal to that of an animal. Kimno me charitam pashubhi tulyam. Was it similar to that an animal does? Or kimno satpurushaihi tulyam iti. That is equal to what noble people and great people do. So that is our benchmark. One benchmark is what thoughts, actions, and words the noble people and great people. To make it very simple, those who are humane do, and what animals do. Whether my actions and thoughts and words are in accordance to it, that is the animals or the good people, or those who are humane. So this comparison, this measurement has to be done every day by every person about his own character and behavior. This is exactly the process of swahapashya, to introspect. There are many other methods. This is one very simple thing they have done it. Now, if you really start doing it, we'll be surprised and shocked, because our behavior definitely is not according to noble people, also not according to animals, worse than animals. That's what we are doing. Just one simple example I'll give you. Just one simple example. Animals don't harm anyone unless they have the threat of harm. They don't do it. But human beings, without any threat also, they transgress and trouble others. So it's worse than an animal. Say there is a snake. We just keep quiet, it just goes off. It will never search for me and come and bite me. Even a snake. If it is threatened, yes, it retorts. That's its nature. If we don't threaten it, keep quiet, yes, it just goes off. Just you would be looking at it and don't get excited. It just passes on. It never harms us. That's its nature. Even a lion or a tiger, unless it is hungry, there is no problem with it. We have seen in some of the nature channels, like National Geographic and Discovery channels, they have really gone there and shot those things. The lions, the tigers, once they are full, they just relax, and nearby a deer can graze. It's not at all harmed. Just maybe 40 feet, 50 feet away, they can just graze. They can be comfortable. Lions will not pounce upon them. Once they are hungry, they get up, and the deer has to flight. It has to run for its life. Once it is hungry, it is in trouble. If it is not hungry, yes, they can be close by. Nothing will happen. That is an animal, but they are worse than that. Whether I'm hungry or not, I want to grab and amass and keep it for tomorrow and after tomorrow, which no animal does. The animal lives on day-to-day basis. Except a very few. Maybe a honeybee will collect a little of honey. Maybe some animals collect because of the seasonal variations. But for that, no animal stores. It doesn't want to store. It works on a day-to-day basis. Once I'm hungry, they search for food. Once their food is over, they sleep and take rest, relax. But human beings are not like that. They want to store it for today. They want to store it for tomorrow. They want to store it for their old age. Is that all? No. They want to store it for children. They want to store it for their grandchildren and many generations to come. They are so greedy. This is definitely not according to good people, human people. Definitely not according to animals. It is worse than animals. Where we are, what we should be. Yes, we have to think, we have to analyze. And only when we think and analyze, yes, we'll be on the right track. Swahapashya. But one great thing we forget, one very great thing. Okay, we plan for tomorrow. We store. Planning is different. We store for tomorrow. We store for day after tomorrow. We store for 10 years ahead. We store for our old age. Okay, that's all fine. But we forget one great thing. Who has assured us that we will live up to our old age? Who has given that assurance? The very life is uncertain. That uncertainty is the essence of life. Present is assured. present is real, the next moment is not assured. Anything may happen in the next moment. Are you aware of it? Do you think on those lines? No. We imagine that we are eternal. We can live here forever and store and amass more than what we need today. Maybe planning is okay. Planning is okay. What I have to do for day after tomorrow. So this is what I have to do. Plan is okay. But grabbing and amassing is not humane. There are so many negative effects of it. Whatever I have grabbed, whatever I have amassed, I am not sure I only will enjoy. The very next moment is my last moment. All those things will be taken away by X, Y, Z. That's number one. Because of my grabbing and keeping this material wealth with me, so many people who are in need of it are deprived of it. What great thing I have achieved? No animal does it. No animal does it. So these are all the different other dimensions, different other facets of this Swahapashya. You have to look at us. So every character of ours, every behavior of ours throughout the day has to be analyzed, has to be scrutinized, has to be scanned. Now you know what I am doing. And I have to plan for tomorrow what I have to do. Here, I am not sure of living for any number of years. The present is there. If I do right things in the present, my next moment is ensured. Now that becomes the present moment. Do something which is right, and one more moment is added. So moment by moment by moment, my lifespan gets extended. Moment by moment. Every moment is given to me as a bonus. This life, this reality of life. Is it me who is saying this? No, it's not me. In a Veda mantra, it says, that is especially at the time of christening, Namakaranam. In that Namakaranam, the parents bless the child. Now the style they are blessing the child is so wonderful, which exactly speaks about what I told just now. Oh child, we will give you to night. Let night give you to day. We will pass on you to night, and at night pass on to you to day. And at this day pass on you to a fortnight, Paksha. Let the Paksha pass on you to month, Masa. And let that Masa pass on you to Rutu. Rutu is 2 months. Let Rutu pass on you to Ayana. Let Ayana pass on you to, Ayana is 6 months. Dakshinayana plus Uttarayana, both put together. Let Ayana pass on you to Samvatsara, the year. And let that year pass on you to your old age. This is the essence of that Veda mantra, which is in the form of blessing to the child. Now, what is the idea behind it? Day by day, moment by moment, we have to live up to our old age. And any moment could be the last moment. We don't know. We never know it. But when the last moment comes, those who are alert, they can observe and say, okay, my last moment is coming and this is going to be my last moment. They are able to visualize it. Only when they are very, very alert. Otherwise, it just comes and without knowing it, we will be submitting to it. But our life or span of life is definitely a chain of moments. Moment by moment we live. That's the truth. So, to understand this truth, we will live in the present and try to do what best we can do in the present. And too much of amassing, too much of planning for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 50 years will not be it. We are very practical. We are very practical. Plan for the moment and do it. Over. What happens next moment, we don't know. If you are blessed with next moment, okay, again we continue your good job. Oh, you are blessed with one more moment. Wonderful, I continue it further. Now, this is the right approach to life. Because life is very, very, very uncertain. Now what happens if you forget this? Again, we have got a wonderful example in Mahabharata. There in Mahabharata, when the Pandavas were in exile in the forest for 12 years, once they came across this Yaksha Prashna. Yaksha Prashna is there, one of the incidents. So they were so thirsty, they go in search of water. One fellow goes and he sees a pond and he wants to take the water, and there is one who is the master of that pond. He says, no, I cannot take it without my permission. Okay, how I get your permission? You answer my questions, I'll permit you. Then he says, no, I don't care. And he takes the water, but he dies there on the bank. Another person goes, so all the four go. Bhima, Arjuna, Nakula, Sahadeva, they all die. Finally, Dharmaraya goes. He says, okay, I'll answer your questions and then take the water. What are your questions? So as numerous questions. One question is, what is so amazing in this world? What is so amazing in this world? What is so awesome in this world? As you observe. Then he says, it's very simple. People see the lives around die every moment. Their kith, kin, whom they know, whom they don't know, every moment they are seeing death around them. The lives of so many creatures comes to an end every moment around us. But still they think that they are eternal and behave like that. Can there be anything which is more amazing than this, more awesome than this? They are seeing it. Practically they are seeing death around them. But still, they think they will never die and start doing things as though they can live here forever. It is so amazing. It is no, in other words, it is so foolish. This foolishness, in spite of seeing things around which are different, yes, that is the one which is really amazing and awesome. Or maybe ridiculous. Then he says, yes, your answer is very good. So many things continue. This is what we are also doing. We are saying that life is not permanent. It's changing every moment. People are kicking out their buckets and getting off every moment. But still, we think we will not do that. That is so ignorant of us. Now, this is a very thing what another Veda mantra says. Ime jivaha vimruttihi avavrutran. That's another Veda mantra. Ime jivaha vimruttihi avavrutran. Avavrutran is surrounded. Ime jivaha, all this life what we are seeing, they are surrounded by vimruttihi, those who are dead in different ways. Those who are dead by different ways, these people are surrounded by such lives. So the meaning of those who are dead is not really death, but those are prone to death. Those are prone to death in different ways. Every one of us, we are surrounded by them. For another person, I am also one that. I am also one of that. We are all living in the jaws of death. We are all prone to death in different ways. Every life around us, every life around us. Nobody will be spared from death. That's the reality. Are we really aware of it? No. We totally or happily forget about it and think that we are permanent here and do also things which are for a longer period. We plan and do for that. But finally, what is real is what I am doing today. That is more and more relevant. That I have to analyze and see that every moment of my life, I pass it in a very, very good and exemplary way. So when this will happen, paha pasya, when I can look into myself. What is it I'm doing? What is it I'm thinking? What is it I'm talking? Is it right or wrong? Is it in accordance with my nature as a human being? Am I loving the creatures around me? Am I in tune with nature? Have I understood the laws of nature? Have I understood the guidelines given by that Satchidananda? Every moment I have to analyze. And you would just do it, otherwise don't do it. Some say, sir, it's not easy, it's difficult. Yes, it may be. Only when you do such tasks, yes, our internal strength of the soul and purity of the soul will increase. That's the only way out. And in somewhere in the Sanskrit literature, they call it as Asidhara Vrata. Asidhara Vrata. Asi is a sword. Dhara is blade. So just like walking on the blade of a sword. If you slip onto the right side also, you'll be harmed. If you slip onto the left side also, you'll be harmed. Either way, you're in trouble. You have to perfectly balance and move on the blade of a sword. Blade of a sword. It is so sharp. So it needs a lot of alertness. It needs a lot of wisdom to walk on the blade of a sword. That is Asi Dhara Vrata. That's what they call it. Fine, fine. When we gain that skill, only when are alert to that extent, yes, that contributes to the strength and purity of the soul. That's the only way. So when we are able to improve the strength and purity of the soul, yes, we have achieved the very purpose of life, very purpose of this human life. Whether I'm doing it or not, yes, I have to check and inspect every moment of my life. Swaha Pashya. I have to look into my own self, whether I'm doing it or not. Maybe in the beginning it appears a bit difficult. Yes, in the beginning it happens. But once I'm into that task and doing it over a period, it becomes so casual and easy. That's what exactly Patanjali says on the basis of Vedic thoughts. It says, Chitta Vritti Nirodhaha. Whatever happens in me, I have to control and channelize it. How it will happen, how you are going to do that Nirodha, how you are going to control it. Then he says, Abhyasa Vairagyabhyam Tan Nirodhaha. That's another sutra in Patanjali says. Abhyasa is doing it again and again. Just because you fail once, you cannot keep quiet. You may fail 100 times, doesn't matter. You may fail 1,000 times, it doesn't matter. But be at it, be doing it. And at the same time, Vairagya, practice detachment. It's also easy. It's also easy when we understand it. What is the detachment? I'm not permanent here. Simple. I got so many relationships. Starting from my relationship with Sharira, Indriya, Manas, my father, brother, sister, everything, so many things, my house, my this, my that. What all is there, it is not permanent. It's not permanent. It's only temporary. Once I leave the Sharira, Indriya, Manas, all these relationships are severed at one stroke. That's the reality. That's the truth. When that moment happens, we don't know. That's uncertain. This is reality. This is fact. So when I understand this fact, yes, I'll be here. I'll be in the Sharira, Indriya, Manas. I'll be between these relationships, but I am never attached to it internally. Because I know it's going to be temporary. One day it will come to an end. But it will come to an end whether I know it or not, whether I like it or not. I have no option. It is going to happen, irrespective of my opinion and my liking and my understanding. It's going to happen. So when we realize this fact which is beyond our control, yes, we accept it. And the best thing what we can do is concentrate on the present. That's the best, which is under my control. Present is under my control. Past has gone, future definitely not under my control. But if I take care of the present, future will automatically be granted to me as a bonus. Minute by minute, second by second. And that gets extended. Maybe up to 80 years, 100 years, 120 years, doesn't matter. But it all depends upon how well I make use of my present moment. So at the present moment, what I'm doing, what I'm thinking, what I'm actually applying, yes, all that has to be under great observation. Now that observation is not external. That observation is internal. What I think, I talk. What I talk, I do. There's a close relationship between them. So what I think is very, very important, and what I think can be, without partiality, can be analyzed by me and me only. Nobody else can do that. So to control and understand my thoughts, which are prompted by, which are influenced by my samskaras, and analyzing them, yes, that is what is called as Swaha Pashya. You look at yourself, you study yourself. That is a self-study. That is Swadhyaya. So self-study is a part and parcel of my life. Self-study is a part and parcel of my life. I am not supposed to forsake it any time, anywhere. As long as I am awake, this should be running parallel. Swaha Pashya, Swaha Pashya. Look at your own self. Look at yourself. You are the best judge of yourself. This is Yajurveda 745. In the same 745, one more thing is there. Yataswa sadasyehi. Yataswa sadasyehi. This answers another question which people ask us very frequently. Okay, you are doing Swaha Pashya, you are doing this and that, everything is fine. But if you do it alone, can things happen? Okay, you are doing it. But if you do it alone, what about the world? Will the world get changed? You are doing, that's okay. One simple answer is, if I do it, the benefit is to me, that's okay, fine. If the world does it excellent, if they don't do it also, my benefit cannot be taken away by anyone. That's assured. That's one answer. Another beautiful answer is here in 745. It says, whatever you are doing, do it yataswa sadasyehi. Sadasyehi is other members, fellows. There are so many fellow beings. Along with them, you try. Do it a concerted effort. Yes, if you do it alone, you will be benefited, but great things will not happen because nobody is cooperating. But do it with others. Do it with others. Spread it, convince them, and do it with others. If a society does it, definitely that society can be transformed into a paradise, without doubt. That's true. If one person does, not much will be done, but the person will be 100% benefited. There is no doubt about it. There is no loss at all if a person does it, but if you do it with others, yes, the benefit will be manifold. Right? Yatasva sadasyehi. Sadasyehi in a broad way, in an expanded way, in an enlarged way. Those who are there around you, along with them, yati prayatne, that is the root, yati prayatne, you try with them. It doesn't mean that you should not do it alone. Doing it alone definitely has got its benefits. Do it. That is the first step. Second step is don't stop there. Try to involve others also who are around you, and more they get involved, more the benefit not only to you but the whole people around, whole society around. Yataswa sadasyehi. Same thing. Whatever we are doing in under Swaha Pashya, the same thing we are doing in a group, and the whole group will be benefited. Yataswa sadasyehi. With them, in a joint venture, work out. A joint venture starts after Swaha is family, husband and wife. That is first joint venture. Then it gets extended to the whole society around. First me, individual, then me and my partner, then the society around, the family and society around. So more it gets extended, more it gets spread, the benefits are manifold. The benefits are more and more. In the first place, if I do it myself alone also, there is no problem. I have my benefits. But I cannot stop there. That's a very important thing. Okay, I got my thing. Okay, let society go to dots. I cannot say so. My family and my society is also my extended self. That will look their welfare also, but it should be started from me. I am the starting point. I do it, then spread it to my partner, my family, my society, my world. This I have to do. I cannot stop anywhere. I have to get myself expanded up to this. My views have to become widespread up to that. My mind has to become so broader and broader. Where do we get? Yatasva sadasyehi. Sadasyehi means those who are around you, those members of the society. Along with them, you try. What result we get, don't worry about it. We are not there to account the results. Accounting of the results, somebody is taking it. That is Satyananda, it's his duty. Who has done what, how much they have done, what is to be given back, how much they deserve as a reward or as a punishment. It is his duty, it is his portfolio. Why I should worry about it? My duty is just do it. This is what exactly Krishna says in Gita. Karmani eva adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. Your portfolio is to do it, to implement it, over. What you should get back, in what form, that is not your responsibility. Somebody will take it. Don't encroach into their portfolio. Your portfolio is doing, do it. And don't worry, whoever is looking after that portfolio or department of giving fruits, they are honest and just. You will get your true results. No worry about it. You will get your fruits as much as you deserve. Maybe positive rewards, maybe negative punishments. They're just. Don't worry about it. It will take care of on its own self. What you have to do is do the best thing every moment. Doing and doing and doing is your job. That's what I tell says. Yatasva sadasyehi. With the help of your fellow beings, along with them, you try it out. You try it out and see that Swaha Pashya gets beyond you and the whole thing around. Say mantra 7.45. Yajurveda. $7.47. So amrutatvam So amrutatvam So amrutatvam Yajurveda 7.47. So amrutatvam So is saha amrutatvam Saha means that. So the style is that me, let me ashubhakshane experience, enjoy, eat amrutam, that which is eternal. That which is eternal is the peace and bliss. Peace and bliss. By nature, peace and bliss are eternal. How far we are able to share it? Okay, that's a question to be answered by us only. So let me experience that peace and bliss which is eternal. I should get on to that ship of peace and bliss. Yes, I can experience it. If you don't get on to that ship of peace and bliss, I'll get nothing. This metaphor of ship is also not mine. That metaphor of ship is there in other Veda mantras. It says, Nava, Varunasya Nava. ಆ ಹೆಸರು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂತಾನೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ವರುಣ್ ಅಂತ ಹೆಸರಿಟ್ಟಿರೋದು. ವರುಣ್. Varunasya Nava. That ship of Satchidananda is worthy to be chosen. Get into that ship. That ship is eternal. That is the ship of bliss and peace. Getting it, it is our effort that we have to do it. So let that me get into that ship and experience and enjoy that peace and bliss. The whole thing starts from my effort. my working, my endeavors, my perseverance, all that I have to do it. In other words, it's all called as Purushartha, the effort put in by the soul. Purusha is soul, not male. In colloquial Sanskrit, Purusha means male, the Stri means female. But in Vedic language, Purusha is a soul, which resides in the Sharirendra Manas. Puri Shete iti Purushaha. Shete means that which resides. That which resides in this Pura, as the Sharirendra Manas, is called as Purusha. There's nothing but the soul. Soul is called Purusha. And that great force which is omnipresent in this whole universe, that's also called as Purusha. That's Satchidananda, which is omnipresent, that resides in this whole universe, that occupies this whole universe. So that's also called as Purusha. So depending upon the context, Purusha we have to take it as Satchidananda or Satchit. So let me experience a peace and bliss which is eternal. Which is eternal, let me experience it. Let that me. That is Saha. Saha means that me. Let me experience it. So I have to start putting my efforts to experience it. I should deserve to experience it. How do you do it? Are we discussing that if improving the strength of the soul or the purity of the soul? Improve it. Yes, we become deserving. We become capable enough to experience it. If you are not up to that mark, in terms of purity of soul or in terms of the strength of the soul, even though that peace and bliss is showered on me, I fail to experience it. Because I don't deserve it. I'm resistant to it. Every impurity in my soul, every weakness in my soul is an impurity which resists that experience of peace and bliss. So let there not be such resistance. Let me try to remove that resistance. Let me improve the purity of the soul. Let me improve the strength of the soul, and finally become non-resistant to the experience of peace and bliss. That's what this means. So, Amritam Ashiya. Let me experience that eternal bliss and peace. It happens only when I deserve it, only when I work for it. Here, there's a beautiful answer for another frequently asked question. They say, is Satchidananda Ananda Swarupa? Is Satchidananda bliss and peace? Yes. Satchidananda is peace and bliss. Fine. Is Satchidananda omnipresent? Yes. Satchidananda is omnipresent. So in other words, that peace and bliss is everywhere. In me, outside me. Everywhere it is there. Then why is it I'm not able to experience it? And it's omnipresent. It's there in me and outside. That peace and bliss, always. In all my lives, it's there around me. Why am I not able to experience it? The answer for it is, though it is there, you are resistant to it. You are resistant to it. You have not opened up yourself. You have not become a good conductor of peace and bliss. That's the problem. It's not that peace and bliss is not there. It is there, 100%. But I am resistant to it. So it is not passing through me. I'm not able to experience it. That's the problem. It's just like a circuit is there in which electricity is passing. And in that circuit, there's a piece of wood. Can you say electricity is not there in the circuit? It is there. But I am not able to experience because there is a resistance there. In the form of that piece of wood, we have pieces of wood. We are resistant to that peace and bliss. So we should convert ourselves into good conductors of peace and bliss. The wood has to change to a copper wire. Just an example I'm telling. So immediately it passes through us. Resistance is in us in the form of impurity and weakness. We have to overcome it. If you overcome it, yes, that experience shall be ours. That's what exactly is the determination that we are taking in this piece of Veda mantra 7.47. 7.47. It says, so Amrutatvam Ashiya. Let me experience that eternal peace and bliss. That means, in other words, let me overcome the resistances what I have got in me in the form of weakness and impurity. What are those impurities? Very well we know it. Impurity is kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya. So they all have to be transformed into good conductors. Then yes, we can experience it. And what is that strength? Strength is tolerance. Strength is responding, being compassionate to the pains of others. Now that makes us stronger, that makes us purer, and we are able to experience. Let me do that. So that me, amrutatvam ashiya, let me experience that bliss and peace by doing all these things. It doesn't happen on its own. I have to work for it, I have to labor for it, I have to sweat for it. Then it will happen. Amrutatvam ashiya. Saha amrutatvam ashiya. Next one. Yajno devanam pratyeti. Yajno devanam pratyeti. Sumnam. Yajno devanam pratyeti sumnam. Yajno devanam pratyeti sumnam. Yajurveda 8.4. 8.4. Yajno devanam pratyeti sumnam 8.4. Okay, we'll discuss about it in the next session. Yajno devanam pratyeti sumnam. So I detailed that. We'll discuss about it and know what it is next session. Thank you all.